Can you ever have enough pouches? Well, if you're me, you can't, because I use them to organize so many different things, especially my purse. I have a pouch for my phone, a pouch for my keys, a pouch for my medicine that I have to carry, and a pouch for my any cosmetics that I need, and I have a little pouch that carries my pens and pencils. So when I open my purse, everything is organized into little pouches, and I love that because I'm never digging around. It's right there. I know where it's at, and it's safe and tucked away. So I'm always making pouches, and also they are one of my favorite things to gift is little pouches, because I figure if I can use them to organize, so can other people. So this is one that I've started. As you can see, I did some machine stitching. There's three different pieces of fabric here. This piece here that I just had a remnant of, and just a piece of a flower, but I just loved it. And then I had this remnant here, and just was a complementary color for the yellow, and it just set it off. And then this here just kind of blended between the two really well. So I like that. And I just did some machine stitching around the petals, and of course down that piece that connected them. But now I'm doing this piece as a lining, and I'm going to also try just turning it as a casing along the outside edges as well. So we'll see how that's gonna go. Let's start on a short end here and just turn it. And I'm not picky about every casing being the same width on every side. That's just, it's nice to be close, but sometimes if you come within an inch, you nail it, right? But it just, let it do what it wants to do. Okay, I'll do it like that. Now, before I turn that one, let's see if we can go ahead and turn this side. That be in there, and get that. I have to pull that in a little bit tighter. Yep. Fiddle, fiddle. You fiddle long enough, you'll get it the way you want it. Okay, and then I'll get this corner. And come on up this side. These colors in this floral are working out pretty good, blending pretty good. Doesn't have to be a perfect match. Just catch some of the colors here and there, which is catching the rose and the yellow and the green. There's no purple in it. Well, I guess there is a little purple down here too. Just keep turning it around. Keep going around. This one's good. I'm going to have to, there you go, fold it in just a little bit more. Get that in there. Okay, we'll just keep going here. We're just about to get to the end here. All right. Okay, you can see that that's not exactly the same width everywhere, but it's okay. Now, let's see what it might look like when we turn it, which will be just fine. All right, I'm going to put a decorative element here. I'm going to put Velcro here and here to make a Velcro closing. So now I just need to stitch this. Okay, I could machine sew it, or I can hand stitch it. And I think for this I will do some hand stitching. Let's get some thread of some color. What color would we like to do this with? You know, we might stay in the bright yellow with this. Okay, separate out 2 strands. Coach them out of there. There you go. And work with that a little bit. It's coming along well. There you go. Just about got it. It's free. All right. Now we got to get it through the eye of the needle. Okay. We got that. I'm going to do an overcast stitch, and that way the yellow thread will show well. All right, let's start up in the corner here. Whoops. And close up the end. Bury that little knot down in there. And just do a whip stitch over this end till we get it closed up. Well, you know, this time of year, the fall going into the winter here in my part of the world, this is the time when so many women really pull out their sewing. It's winter time, you're stuck in the house, you want something to do, and so this is the time the needles and thread come out, really more than any other time of the year. And so, you know, it's always good to have multiple things going, or at least multiple ideas. And that's what I try to give you here on this channel, is something for everyone in the first place, and multiple ideas, fun things, different ways to do things. Okay, we whip stitch that close. Now we're going to do just the overcast stitch and catch that. And let that yellow thread make a little statement on its own. It's bright, it's pretty, and there's plenty of yellow in this piece to take it. Now I want to go through to the batting, but I don't want to go through to the other side. All right. take that pin out. Okay, that's looking good. Looking good, looking good. I don't know which way I like it. I think I like to turn it this way. It's getting a little bit easier to sew. I think I need to bring this up a little bit. Let me get a couple of my see if I can, yeah, bring it up a little bit so I'm not looking down so much, because that, ooh, my neck starts hurting me. Said it'd probably be, yeah, I'm 2 months into recovery. I said it'd probably be a good 4 to 6 months before, you know, I start getting full range of my neck muscles back, and those that have been cut heal, and so forth and so on. So when I use my neck, it gets tired really easy. Right now I am doing a couple hours each day without the neck brace, and that's when I'm not in it right now, and so I have to be careful that I don't strain it too much, or it'll hurt me the rest of the evening. So anyway, enough of that. Let's see. This is just a sew and chat, I guess, is really what this is, because I'm not doing anything outstanding or new. All of y'all have probably made a million pouches yourself, but maybe there's a few of you that it's new and you'll find something here that you can use. But we're just going to visit a little bit. I am working on the video for my collaboration video on Wednesday, and that's about embracing the unfinished. So I will be working on my little owl quilt wall hanging. It's so cute, and so make sure you come back Wednesday for that video. Also, if you haven't noticed, look at the tabs at the top of my page, and you notice I have a course tab now, and I have started a new course where I'm going to teach how to do fabric home decor art with fusible web and fabric, which requires no sewing at all unless you choose to embellish with stitching. But to create and complete the project, it doesn't require sewing. It's just if you want to embellish it with stitching, that's definitely up to you. Now, I don't, because I don't like stitching through fusible fabric, because that means it's got a glue base on the back, it's heat bonded to the fabric, base fabric, and I don't like sewing through that, hand sewing anyway, and it gunks up my needle. I just don't like it, so I try to create them without sewing at all. And so I know there's just a lot of people who would like to just branch out in something a little different, so they have something else that they can use their fabric for, and something they can try. And also for those out there who are not yet subscribers here, but who might like to make fiber art but don't want to stitch, that's another thing. So I hope the course will interest a lot of people. It's free, And I don't know how many videos it will be to complete it, but however many it takes, that's how many I'll do. And I have the first video up, but it's an introduction video. And so if you're interested, be sure to follow the instructions for emailing me for the guide print and the supply list. And I will be sending those out by email. And don't forget that I am collaborating on Wednesdays with Marcia at Markets of Sunshine. And if you haven't gone over and watched her first 2 videos in the collaboration, we've done 2 out of the 12 we're going to do. Make sure you do that and give her a little support and appreciation for collaborating with me. And I have set the themes for each week, and she is working with me on those, and that's very sweet of her to do that. And so just show her some appreciation if you can. And like always, if we give you value, please consider subscribing. Okay, we're going to go down inside and over to this little, there you go, right there. So we got that one done, that edge done. Now we'll start down this one. The yellow's going to show up more on this white. Ouch. Stick my own self with a needle. That's not good. I always put batting in my pouches because I like them to have that little, well, the softness for one thing, the thickness, that's the protection for whatever I put in there. And they just feel good that way. Okay, let's take this one out. So, what season is it where you live? And what's your weather like? Right now, it is raining outside. But it's been very dry, so we're glad to see that. Our temperatures right now in the fall stay in the lower 80s during the day and the 60s at night. Now, probably in the next week or two, that'll change to the 70s during the day and the 50s at night for a while. Well, there I go. My trademark, pull the thread right out of the needle. I should have named this channel The Unthreaded Needle. That would have been so appropriate. What I'm trying to do now is get a little knot under the flap. Okay. Yay. Yep, that will cover it. That's good. We'll have to thread up and go again here. But as you can see, that's working out really well. I have a nice inner. I will come inside here and put a probably a line of stitching just to hold this lining to the batting so it won't curl up or move when I fold it up. But like I said, this is going to be something like this. Maybe not that high. And then I'm going to make a decorative thing for here. And I haven't decided yet what I want to do with that. But I like to do that because it's double purposed. It sets it off as an embellishment, but it also covers where you sew the Velcro here. It'll cover that so that when you look at the pouch itself, you won't see anything where it's sewed for the end of the closure. Only when you open it up will you see the Velcro here and here. Okay. All right. I'm going to work on this off camera, and we will see what it turns out to be. Thank you for staying with me, and here we are. I have finished this piece, so let me show it to you. I really love the back. I love how those 3 pieces of fabric are showcased, even though this one's just a little. That little bit of purple really sets it off. This floral cotton did just perfect with the colors and everything. It blends so nice. Now I did finish off the front. I made the little embellishment that I always put on my pouches. It's a piece of a rectangular piece of heavier like upholstery fabric in the back in a green. I don't know if you can really see that, but it's along the edges. Then I put some, this came from a scarf, on the edge of a scarf that had fringe. It had this gold in it and this blue, and I used that. Then I put some nylon thread across it, a little silk flower petal, little fabric in the middle, and just made a little cluster-like, and then I took that cluster and I sewed it on. Now remember, I said that I use this to cover where I have sewn the Velcro. All right, so when we open this pouch up, you can see that the Velcro is right here, and you would see that sewn you know, on the other side if I didn't have that embellishment on there, which totally covers it up. All right, the other thing it does is it gives a substantial feel to this flap, so that you know that when you're pulling on it, it's not going to just come apart on you. It's substantial because of this closure piece as well. Okay, and a nice phone pouch, I think, right there, and it would hold quite a big phone. When you close it down, you have 5 inches. Let's go from the seam to seam, 7.5 inches. So that would hold just about any cell phone, and you could just tuck it right in there. And it's padded, it's lined. It'll be well protected in there. Okay, so I just love it. It's made from scraps. 3 pieces of fabric. This piece here, this piece, then the lining fabric, and then make your own little decoration for the top. And I think it just turned out really cute. Okay, all right, hope that inspires you, and you'll be doing some pouching pretty soon. Until then, stay scrap happy.